Alright, let's check out Bitcoin. So we've run into a tiny bit of a wall today. Obviously we haven't had, nothing crazy of a correction, but about 6.2% correction on the day. Obviously in the micro time frame we are still in a steep uptrend, so there's nothing really red flagging for me. Also, if we are talking about lower highs, you can see we obviously had the all-time high here, and we have been making lower highs, but you can see that this wick here contest with this previous high and this one here, so it does look like we are still breaking the structure, or at least this is a pretty strong dead cat bounce if this is going to be a dead cat bounce. So let's look at some targets where we could potentially bounce from. So if we take the fib from the top to the low, you can see that we came almost up to the 382, and the 236 is down here at 41.3. So it is possible that we come down to something like this, 41.3, and also we have a somewhat it's a little bit ugly, but we do have like a W pattern on Bitcoin. I'll see if I can find it on a better time frame or a cleaner chart. I'll just draw it out for you. So you can see from here we had our first wick down up here. So I mean it is a very ugly W pattern, but obviously ugly W patterns can still break out. So if we were to confirm this, we could see potentially even a drop to 41.2 before some movement back to the upside. Let's see if we take a macro fib as well from this low to this high. As long as we stay above 39, we are still in this micro uptrend, and for this, as long as we stay above 37.6, then I mean we still are in a uptrend. So if we do come down to 37, have some strong volume coming in, then it could definitely be a nice time to dollar cost average into Bitcoin. I am still sitting on the sidelines waiting for either confirmation that we are breaking out for sure, or perhaps we're going to have at least back testing these lows, because I would obviously like to buy at the cheapest price I can. Another bullish thing I'm noticing is if you kind of look at this huge downtrend that we've had all the way since 20th of October, you can see that we came above it and now we are back testing it. So this would be an absolutely beautiful place to just bounce and start going parabolic from here. I would really like to see a strong bounce from here, but like I said, we can come all the way down to these targets. We can still even back test 40, or potentially even to this wick or body here down to 38.7, and we could still technically be bullish in that sense. Now there's a pretty strong selling candle coming in on the daily. Nothing too crazy, nothing like back here. This was obviously a huge red day, but we do have these big red candles sometimes in a uptrend, or when we are turning around an uptrend. So we do need to see what's going to happen in the next few days. Now if we come over to the SPY as well, you can see that the SPY is stuck between these converging trend lines and is still in decision time, and that won't make a decision until the 11th. So we've got about another 3 days worth of action before we know what the stock market's doing, and I feel like Bitcoin will very much follow what the stock market's going to do. So in the next 4 days at most, I'd say we should have a clear direction on Bitcoin, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a clear direction, whether I should be buying or whether I should just be waiting for another low. So if we do kind of just chop around here for the next few days, this is obviously a rough draft. The 11th is here, so I mean we could do something like this, chop around. If I extend this this trend line here, you can see we could do something like this where we just come up, bounce off the trend line and then go back up. I'm going to remove a bunch of these lines just to make it a lot neater, but you can see that we had W here that we've broken out of. So anything really kind of back testing this 40,000, or potentially back testing the trend line later on next week or later on in this week would be very bullish for Bitcoin. If we come over to the shorts quickly, you can see the shorts are somewhat dropping off, but they've been very indecisive for the past, well, the shorts are always indecisive pretty much, but I mean we are kind of chopping up down recently, so I would love to see what the total market cap's going to do, what the SPY is going to do, and we can make a decision based on that. Also, if we come over to the total, you can see that we are above our key 618 for this move here, and we are above our macro 618 here. Even if I move from here to here, you can see our 618 for this move is here, and we're even above the 0.5 on here, and we basically came up to the 0.5 here. So it's very possible as well for the total market cap to maybe just be having one last retrace of the 618, confirming that that bullish retest, and then being off to the races. So like I said, by the 11th we should have a decision on what's going to happen on Bitcoin and the stock market. So I'll give you an update then when that happens. But I'm honestly looking for a little bit of chop, potentially a little dip, retesting this line, and then a push up. Obviously, if we do start crashing below this this support here and then breaking below 40,000 or so, then we would most likely be coming down to back test these lows here. But I do believe, what I think we said, 39 for this 618 move. Worst case scenario, you would want to hold 37.7. So let me mark this and then I'll remove it. Oh, this is the problem of having so many fibs. There we go. So it's the 37 here. There we go. So yeah, I'll mark that green. As long as we stay above that level, then I'm going to be bullish in the micro term. And like I said, in the next 3 days we should have a decision. So I'll let you guys know whether we're going to be breaking bullish or bearish, in my opinion, then. So thanks for watching my content. Once again, none of this is financial advice. It's just my opinion on the market. And you should always do what's best for you. Peace.